what type of information do you have for the new investor who knows nothing about gold and silver? Are they able to come to the conference and buy physical gold and silver at the conference, to learn about physical gold and silver at the conference, to learn about the economic crisis? I mean, what type of educational things do you have going on at the conference for new people who are just waking up to the reality of what's going on?
Yes, absolutely. We do always try to remember that not everybody in this market has been in it for 30 years, like a lot of the people at our show. So we always do make sure that our speaker group has individuals on it that can answer and be more specific with questions relating to, how do you analyze a mining company? What is the best form of gold when it comes to individual investment? Coinage, bullion, ETF, which wouldn't be my choice. We do go in depth quite a bit. We have one of the gentlemen that comes to our show is a pretty well-known guy. I think I saw him on your interview with Mother Diva, Mickey Fulp.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Fulp, he will be at our April show coming up here, and he's known as the Mercenary Geologist, and that's actually his website, mercenarygeologist.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Mickey has a fantastic way of breaking down geology for the layman.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he's more on the end of geology and analyzing a mining company. We have another group that is joining us in April called McIlvaney ICA,
mm-hmm.
International Collectors Association, and they're located out in California, and they are coming to the show to facilitate possible bullion orders. They won't have physical gold with them at the event, but they will be able to do orders for anybody that's interested.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have a couple of guys that come to the show that are local coin dealers,
mm-hmm.
and they usually walk around and talk to people. But we're directing all our business to McIlvaney because they're a trusted group, and they can handle large orders without any headache or concerns.
Okay, the Chicago Resource Expo was originally founded by your father, Rich. What got you interested in this area of the market?
From a young age, I always traveled with my dad to mining companies, to properties. Actually, he's gone on so many property trips. I don't even know what the number is, but I was lucky enough as a young guy to be able to take a lot of trips to Mexico and, different mining districts down there around Durango and the Zacatecas area up into the Chihuahua state. So I've been at a lot of the silver and gold mines all through that central Mexican district there. And at 10, 12, 14 years old, I was all running around on those mountains and listening to stuff blow up, and I saw some awesome things back in those days, and it gave me a good foundation for for the idea of mining gold and silver and anything that comes out of the ground. It's a dirty business. It's hard. People die. It's real work, and because of that, that's why commodities are real. You can't manufacture them. You got to put the blood, sweat, and tears into the ground to get the stuff out. So as a young guy, I figured that out, which was pretty interesting for a young guy to have that epiphany, especially, a guy from the Midwest like myself that, doesn't get exposed to that type of environment. Mm-hmm. So, I was kind of raised with that in mind. I got away from it in my early 20s and started an import car shop where I made, Fast and Furious thing happened for a couple of years, which was fun. But then I went back to work with my dad as a broker for several years, and we got out of that business to start focusing more on this event. And so in 2004, me and my dad really got focused on making this event more of a business as opposed to just something that we do on the side. The Chicago Resource Expo is a show that everybody that comes feels really welcome. It's a family-ran event. My wife and my mother run the registration booth. It will always be that way. Mm-hmm. So we try to make people feel welcome from when they get there till the time they leave. I'm really happy to see younger people start to wake up to the reality. Why is gold so expensive all of a sudden? They might only know that because they went out to try to buy some jewelry and they figured out it was going to cost them twice as much than it did 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. But whatever it takes is good. The youth has to realize that the dollar in their pocket that's made out of paper has really nothing standing behind it. Nothing but some promises. Mm-hmm. And any time those promises aren't fulfilled, that gold that you have will be very, very much more valuable than it is right now. The more people figure that out, the better off we'll be.
Exactly. And with that, we've run out of time, but I'd like to thank my guest, Eric Radez of the Chicago Resource Expo.
It's a pleasure being with you,